Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to use Thinkorswim for swing trading. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys ask them down in the comments. And if you want to learn more about investing in the market, check out my course down below as well. So let's jump into it. So for those of you that don't know what Thinkorswim is, well, Thinkorswim is a broker. This site allows you to buy and sell stocks. And there's a whole bunch of tools on this platform that make it very, very easy to kind of understand stocks in general and trading. So if you guys look up here, you'll see these little menu tabs. So this is going to be how you kind of navigate through the site to make it a lot easier. So you can see there's this one. You don't really use this one. There's trade. There's analyze, there's scan. The most popular ones that you guys are going to be on is most likely scan, charts, and education. So this is going to be how you guys can create scanners to find stock, because you don't just buy and sell random stocks. You find stocks that have some sort of potential of going up or down depending on your strategy. So for me, I use a RSI oversold and an RSI overbought, but we'll talk about those here in a minute. So the next tab is Market Watch. You can integrate your Market Watch account with Thinkorswim. So this is how you guys can kind of keep track of news, because that's what Market Watch really focuses on, is news. So you can actually create a watch list on here and have a whole bunch of stocks that you can just go through here and click on, which is really, really convenient. But by far the most popular one that you guys are going to be on is going to be this charting tool. So this is going to be the heart of the broker. This is going to be where you guys analyze stock, where you can put your scanning in, where you can buy and sell, where you can have studies. This is where, like I said, where you're going to spend like 99% of your time is right here. So let's talk about how to use this, right? This is the most important thing. You need to be able to integrate and get in and out with these, right? So right here, there's this little triangle, and this is how you have these little bump out tools. Okay, so this bump out right here, this allows you to actually have watch lists and to keep track of maybe certain stocks that you guys see potential in. So how you actually add those is there's going to be this little button down here with a plus right down in here. It's the middle one. Once you click that, this whole thing is going to kind of pop up. Then you can actually go ahead and put whatever you want. So if you wanted to add a quick chart, you can do that. And then all you have to do is type in the symbol. So if you wanted to keep track of the S&P 500, you can do that. So you can instantly kind of understand the overall direction of the market for today, and you got to bump it out a little more to change the chart size. So you can see this is the daily. That's a really good one to keep on watch if you guys are more into like day trading or stuff along those lines. So you can kind of get an overall feel of how the general market's playing out. So the next thing I like to do is add another one. Then I always think it's smart to create some sort of watch list for the day. Anytime you guys are going to be swing trading, you're going to need a watch list that kind of keeps track of all of those stocks. So what you're going to want to do is click watch list down here. So this is how you guys can create watch list and add your scanners. So you don't have to constantly go back and forth. You can put them off to the side here. So what you guys will do is you can either go ahead and just click create watch list right here. We can do it right now. So we can just go YT for YouTube and just add just some random ones for right now. Apple, TSLA. So we can analyze some stocks. NEO, we can just do one more, just the general market. So then once you get that, you can click save, and now you have this so you guys can integrate it to your charts. So the next thing I always like to do is add a scanner. So you're going to have to do the same thing, watch list, and then you're going to want to click this right here. Okay, so you're going to want to find your saved scanner. So you can see I have two that are RSI overbought and oversold. So we'll just put overbought for now, and we can always change it. Now you can see these are a whole bunch of stocks that carry potential, right? So now when you click on them, they're not popping over here yet, right? Why is that? Well, you have to link your charts to your watch list. So as long as it's on the same color, it will work. So you want to make sure it's red. So now when I click Apple, Apple is going to pop up, Tesla, Neo, SPY, and now we're going to want to go here and click red. And so now this is how you guys can start adding some stocks on here, which is really, really cool. So the next thing that you guys need to do, once you have a good understanding of this, is you're going to want to understand how to use the charting. So what I always like to do is I like to make sure I have the charting time frame that I like. So for me, for swing trading, I think the most important ones that you guys should have is going to be the yearly and the 180 day. This is where you're going to have most of your swing trades are going to be in that time period, and it's very easy to find support and resistance. So we'll go ahead and just put it on the 180 day mark and just leave it there for now. So now you may notice all these little lines right in here, right? It almost looks striped. So this represents, each line represents, if we go here, represents 1 day of trading, okay? And then each of these, each candlestick, so each color really represents 4 hours of trading. All right. So now you can look at it and instantly know kind of the direction for that 4 hour window. So looking at it, you can see there was a major sell-off in 4 hours from Apple, where the stock went from 155 all the way down to 148, which is about a 5% sell-off. For a stock like Apple, that's a pretty big move. So that's another very, very important tool. The next thing you guys want to do is want to go to this little style here. And this is where you can go to like settings. You can reset it to default. If you accidentally got things confused, you can change your chart mode. So if you wanted to have that just say bar instead of candlesticks, if you wanted to have, line, it all depends on personal preference. For me, I think the candlesticks make everything a lot easier, just to be honest. It makes it easier to analyze stock, right? To kind of get a direction of buying pressure and all of that. So once you get that, you can also always go to this gear icon and manually change like the colors. For me, I want to make my appearance very easy, so I leave it at black. And I want to make sure that this is filled up, because most of the time it's going to look like this. I think it looks better and it's easier to look at like that. So make sure it's set like that. The next thing you're going to want to do is, you may notice I have a whole bunch of random lines in here. Well, these are studies. This is how you guys can start analyzing stocks. So if we zoom out, it'll be a little easier to kind of understand and see. So you can see all of these. We have yellow, blue, pink, and purple. So how you add those is you're going to want to go to studies right here. And then you can either add it that way, or you can go to edit. And then you can just pretty much type in whatever you want. So you can see I have 4 moving average lines, and they're all set at, one's that's set at 9, 20, 90, and 200. So how you change that is, well, if you want to add it, you just type it in, moving average, and then you go and find it. Then you just double tap and it will shoot you over here. But how you change it is you click this gear icon and you just change it right here in the length. It's very easy. And then this is how you change the color. So that's how you do that. And then if you wanted to add like the RSI, you may notice I have the RSI down here. You just type it in, RSI. Find it, double click, so you can see I have 2, but we don't need 2 obviously, so we can delete it. And then you're going to want to change the color, because I want to make sure the oversold is green, because green represents buying pressure, red represents selling pressure. I want to make sure that those are set so I can instantly get an understanding of the stock. So we'll click that. Once you get all the studies you guys want, you can click apply and they will add it to your charts. Next thing you can have is strategies. I don't really do that because I find that if the chart has some sort of strategy, I kind of lose focus of my strategy sometimes. Just personal preference, nothing crazy. Okay, so we'll click OK. You can see I have all the studies up and ready to go. The next thing you can see is patterns. So you can actually have patterns. So for me, I have 2 patterns. I have the channel up, just because it's very easy to automatically mark out support and resistance with that. So we can actually go ahead and we can change all of these. So if you wanted to change the trend color, you can do that. Click apply, and you can see all of those trend studies and patterns. Next one I have is a flag pattern. This one doesn't pop up too much. It's mostly channel up, and it just saves me a lot of headache for marking out those. So you can see, right, looking at it, where are you going to want to sell this stock when it hits these trend lines? So you can sell it here, you can sell it here. Where you're going to want to buy it, right in here, right in here. So you can get a general understanding of opportunities to buy and opportunities to sell, which is fantastic, especially for swing trading. So the next thing, once you understand kind of all your charting, is you may be noticing, well, Carter, how do you add other charts, and how do I actually buy and sell on here? Well, you can see we had these over in here, right on this other side. It might be hard to see on here, but you can see it right over here. We have a whole bunch of them. So you can have trade. So this is another way that you can actually have the quantity of shares, auto send. You can have all the different order types, time frame, and then you can have your time and sales. You can have active trader. You can have big buttons if you want it off to the right. You can have a whole bunch of other ones depending on your strategy. I definitely find the most common ones that I use is going to be looking something like this. I like to have some sort of news, so I can just click on it. Okay, it pops up and I can kind of read these articles, and it's obviously integrated with MarketWatch and a whole bunch of other sites, so you don't really need an external news outlet, which is great. Saves you money, saves you time, saves you headache. And then you can instantly look at it. Okay, Apple and Amazon, okay, are looking maybe for a possibility to buy Peloton. Boom. Okay, so Apple has a catalyst for some sort of buying pressure, most likely in the future, which is great. So once you get that, you can obviously buy and sell at your own pace. Okay, but if you have a very hard time, buying and selling, and you don't understand stuff, go to education. Okay, education is going to be almost like a free course. I have a course myself, but for you guys that are just getting started, this is a great free course that you can get basic investing tools for trading. It's a great site. It's all free, and I am telling you, most people will get something of value out of this. It's no cost. It's absolutely fantastic. So I would highly recommend it, and obviously there is a help section that you guys can contact them if you have any questions about anything. So really, guys, this is how you guys can start swing trading on TD Ameritrade. It's all about, finding support, finding resistance. I find that these help a ton. Not to mention, there is a whole bunch of drawing tools that you can have to mark that out. So if you wanted to add trend lines, you can go ahead and do that. If you wanted to add support and resistance, you can add it there. You can also add these trend lines that I personally use quite often, but especially that I already have the pattern marked out. I find that it does a great job of marking it out, so I don't really do it too much. And you may notice these little money signs down here. Those represent dividends, and then these other ones represent earnings. So you can get a good understanding of kind of the layout of this, and when there's a good opportunity to buy, maybe sell, if earnings is coming up. Always a little bit of a higher risk if you're holding a stock through earnings. But this is a great broker. I highly recommend it. It's very easy, especially for beginners. It may seem overwhelming at first. And there's a completely free scanning feature that you guys can scan for stocks. You can put in different ones that meet your needs. So if you wanted to add things, you just add filter, add studies, just start developing a strategy. And if you can't do it on here, they do have a paper trading version, which is still at no cost, and it's the same layout. I believe it might be delayed, but it's still a great site. It is a great way to start your trading career if you want to make it as a career. And it's all at no cost. Paper trading is just simulated trading, and it's a great way to just start developing that strategy that works well for you. I have a whole bunch of other videos on it, so if you have any questions, you can go check those out, or you can look at my course. It's a great way to start trading as well. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, I hope you guys got something of value out of this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.